years, and that is just because we've done it for 20 years doesn't make it right, it doesn't make it wrong, but we should always investigate other ways to do things. And I think basketball up until 2 or 3 years ago in Australia was very much, this is how we've always done it and this is how we always will do it. And we've finally gone, no, that's not how it is. We need to make sure we're investigating and looking at different things. So make sure that you're prepared to try different things. YouTube is a great tool these days, okay? You can find anything on YouTube, which probably brings me to the last point for school teachers. These days, kids don't have to go to school. They can learn whatever they're being taught at school on YouTube. So for a teacher, it's no longer about what they're teaching, it's how they're teaching. And that's why some kids will come home and say, I've got a great teacher, because it's how you teach. And that's something that you've always got to be working on as a basketball coach. We're not trained to be teachers, but you've always got to be working out how can you get that message across so that the kids understand that message, they still love the game and want to come back next week. It's a really important thing. You can learn anything you want off Google, but a lot of people don't want to sit in front of Google all day. They just want to come out to training and have the coach teach them. So really important to always, like I said, try different things, use your imagination, not just in basketball skills, but how you're delivering that message. Try different things so that you're always looking to expand and you're delivering that message in different ways and discovering the best way that you can get that message across. All right, thank you very much. I hope you've learned something. For the kids, I'm sorry to bore you to tears, but I'll come back out early next year and we'll go through a clinic we'll put on for the kids just on the court.
Just quickly before I thank you, David, and get the official thank you for the guests that you've got today, I think Helen just made a really interesting point. So did Leanne. They coach it under 12s. So the principles that you're putting on the floor there's no reason why they can't do it in 12s, 14s, 16s.
Yep.
Correct?
All of those things, you adapt it. You adapt it. Would you do it exactly how I did it? No. But you can adapt to what we did. You can put bits and pieces in there. It's really important. So for people here, so I just worked out who Helen was, okay? Helen was her and her husband were the stadium managers at Forestville in the 70s, 80s? 80s. But that's what basketball does. I went overseas to Qatar for 4 or 5 years. I've been away from South Australia for 20 years. I came back, I went out to Wavell Stadium, and the lady that collected my money at the door was the lady that collected my money at the door at Forestville Stadium when I was 12, 13 years old. So it just shows you that basketball is a great sport. It's great for your kids. It's a great environment, but you make lifelong friends and acquaintances, and it's great. So, hello, Helen.
Just before David, thanks, David. This is probably one of the first segments that the Junior Operations Group's working with. We'll be doing a calendar as time goes on, and we'll be doing things with coaches. We'll have Dean Kingsman coming over to do some shooting work with us. We're going to involve people like Joey Wright, hopefully. So we're actually going to be expanding ourselves out a little bit more, trying to give the coaches as much teaching, I suppose, and as many sessions as we can over the period of the next year. So we've got David, State High Performance Coach, who started this one off. It's very important that the handouts are there for you to look at. Please make sure you take them, have a look at them. If there's anything you don't understand, as David said, his door's always open, or his phone's always online. But you've also got other coaches around the club. Barry Mansfield will help out, I'll help out. Steve Adams. We've got some people that have been around the club for a long time. Please don't be frightened to experiment. Please don't be frightened to come and talk to us. Please enjoy the fact that it's called knowledge gain now. So we share our knowledge, we try and improve ourselves as coaches. At the end of the day, it's about the children, it's about the kids. So hopefully we can do that. Thanks very much, David.
Thanks, John.
I just wanted to say a couple of things. One, I enjoyed that simplicity. And then basketball, to me, has never been a complicated game, has it, Barry? I like the simplicity of that and the way that you've taught us. So thank you for that. To the kids, I think you've been great. It is hard sitting around listening to people talk, but some of this you're going to put into action shortly, okay? And to the turnout from both interested parents and coaches, thank you very much. As John said, we are going to try and develop little bits and pieces that are a resource for you. And Dave, thanks very much for your time.
Not a problem.
Fantastic session. Thank you.
Thanks. No worries.
On behalf of the club. Excellent.
Beautiful.
Done. I'll take your thing off now.
Okay. Yep. If you want to, I'll be around for a while. So if you want to ask any
Cheers.
questions, more than welcome to. I'll just stand over in the corner over here.